Good morning and welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. It is Tuesday, April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day. And the heat map just changed over. We'll look at it. It's a little bit red. NVIDIA's up. Tesla's up. We'll take a look at it. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Here you go. You want to see that heat map real quick? There you go. That's what it looks like. I thought it would open up a little more green this morning, but it is not. And SPY is down 203, just sitting there. But we know it likes to reverse, but it is curled down right there. So we'll have to take a look at it and see what it wants to do here. Look at it, just kind of flat right there. Could go either way. We'll look at our big caps and everybody, see what's going on this morning. And first, we'll go through our Jolie's jumpers. Let me hop on them, guys. And here we go. I know I just sent them out. There you are. BIAF. Here we go with BIAF. Let's see what that's up to. Bioaffinity, and that one is jumped up there. Wow. BIAF. And yeah, it jumped up yesterday, 20 in the after hours, obviously, 26 to 84.99, almost 85. And then today it opened up all the way down at 67, went up to 69, and it's at 67, 66 right now, bouncing around right there. We'll look at it, but it did jump up. It's hitting that top line. You would like it to get right in there, and it could run up a little bit more. CMPX, Compass Therapeutics, and CMPX 218 to 214, and it is at 185. So this one was jumping around. It jumped up yesterday up to 265. So a lot of them just jumping them after hours and then come back down, but they do run up there, that's for sure. And again, you can't really tell all the time on the FinViz, but hopefully that gets fixed really soon. CSAI. Let's see what it was doing here. It looks like that is today's date, so it looks like it was jumping up in the after hours there, 490 to 745, and then it closed at 658, and then this morning it's at 611 right now. It opened at 633. So again, when they run up in the after hours, they do pull back. We are looking at this CTOR. It's Citius Oncology, and it ran up yesterday. Let's see what it's doing this morning. Yeah, look at that run up right there, 84 to 180. And this morning it's back at what, 75. It opened at 83. So that one is pulling back there. CTOR and ICCT. This was a beauty yesterday, and we thought it could run up in the top a little bit higher right there. And here it goes, ICCT. Look at it running up there in the top, and could be running up much more today. So it ran yesterday all the way from 43 to 273, and now it's opened at 186. It's running up to 353. It's at 307 right now, and it does look like it wants to run up into that top some more there. So there you go. And MLGO has been a beast, and I keep telling you to watch it because it's still up in the top. It's not showing you it wanted to come down. Yeah, it possibly could, but we keep running it up every morning there. So that one's a nice one for momentum play. And MVST, Microvast Holdings, excuse me, curling up, hitting that line, MVST. And yeah, that one did pop up this morning. Actually, it ran up yesterday, 113 to 157. It closed at 154, and then it opened at 161 and went up to 182. So there you go with MVST. That actually ran up some more this morning. And PSTV is Plus Therapeutics. And let's see what this is up to. I remember looking at this before, and it does look like it's trying to set up. Watch for that thing to roll off. It was running up yesterday. We'll keep an eye on this and see what it wants to do. PSTV, I'll watch that. And SBET right here, SBET, SharpLink Gaming. And this thing is popping up right there. It looks like it could have been yesterday's after hours, yeah. And 26 to 46, almost 47, 39 to 40 today, and it's back at 36. So just pulling back some there for SBET and SONM. SONM, look at that running up. Let's see what it's up to there. That's another one yesterday in the after hours. And then this morning it's run up. It got up to 320. And then today it's at 255 to 278. It's at 231 now. So watch for them after hour pop-ups. And then they definitely pull back there. And UGrow right here. We are looking at this Urban Grow. Let's see. That's way down there. That's why we probably stopped looking at it, I guess. But it was bouncing around. You can see it. We may have to take a look at this thing again because it's looking pretty good down here and taking them nice bounces. That is the other day. That's yesterday right there. It's not doing anything this morning, but it bounced around from 47.5 to almost up to over 59 right there. So not a bad bounce and setting up for Ugrow. So we might have to look at that one. And there you go at your Jolie's jumpers. Thank you very much. And here I'll look at the AGFY. I was exhausted last night. We didn't go through all of them, and that one is just kind of hanging out. It looks like it's down this morning. It had pulled back the last few days. It was getting set up. And again, in that channel, it's not terrible, so we'll keep an eye on that as usual. And Blink isn't bad. It's setting back up, guys. And look at it, trying to roll. That looked like it might have bottomed out, as a matter of fact, yesterday. And you can see how it got down there. Look at that look and try to get back up there. So today, keep an eye on Blink. It may try to actually get back into the channel, and they're not looking real bad today. I'm telling you, I think they're going to pull back the tariffs a little bit is what I think. And Sezzle actually split right there. I did a 6-for-1 split to bring the price down, so now it's like tradable again. So that's not bad, guys. There we go, because it was in the 200s. Look at it. That's that split price right there. But anyway, yeah, let's keep an eye on this guy because now it just split and it'll set up and it's only at 35. They don't offer options, but now it's actually buyable. And this thing likes to fly up. You could see it double. So we will keep an eye on Sezzle. We didn't even know it was splitting. Sterling right there. Look at it. It's getting set up off that line. Let's see. It's going to pull itself back up over that MACD line. It looks like it's trying to right there. That looks like it's trying to curl up. I would keep an eye on Sterling for sure. That's not looking bad. And good old Rivian right here is up, and that one looks like it's trying to get set up. Let's look at Rivian right here. Yeah, that's not looking bad either. So I'm telling you, these things aren't looking too bad right here. And Symbotic is down there and touching that line and not looking terrible. So I'd say we had a lot of pullback right there, and we could see some bounces. We could see them running back up real nice, and then obviously put a little tariff talk back on and slow it down. So we know that they're using the tariffs. I expect it to try to turn around a little bit today. And let's look at that laptop travel list from last night, AIHS. Let's just go through it real quick. This one's getting set up right here. And let's see. Yeah, that's not looking bad right there. So we'll keep an eye on that, AIHS. And it did run up the other day, yesterday, or no, that's yesterday's date. So it ran up the other day and actually pulled back, and it's not looking bad right there. AQB, let's see that one right here. That's going to try to get into that channel, probably try to roll off with AQB right there. Yeah, you can see that trying to roll off. So we're keeping our eye, and like I said, I think it's going to be a little bounce right here, BATL, but we'll keep an eye on it this morning and definitely figure that out. BATL, a battalion oil, and this one's getting into that channel right there. So there you go with that. Expect it to run into that channel. It battled its way in there. And this BTTR, Better Choice Company, I know we were looking at this and it ran up, it pulled back, it's in that channel, and I would expect this to start running back up again, guys. So keep an eye on that. It did run up yesterday, 166 to 187, and now it's at 173. So not bad right there for BTTR. And let's see what's up with BRN. Let's see what that one's doing. Barnwell Industries, and that's in that channel. Let me see what it looks like on here, because it looked like it was trying to curl through, and then it looked like it was going to try to pull itself back up. You can see it trying to curl through right there, and I think it will pull itself back up and get into that channel and run up. So that BRN is not looking bad either right there. And CIF, let's look at this one. That took a nice dip. Let me see when that was. That was probably yesterday, I'm sure. Yeah, yesterday it took a nice dip down there, CIF. And this one, this is that one that runs around real crazy, I think, if I remember. Yeah, this is that one. And it didn't, I mean, it looks like it's a huge dip, but it's pretty big on the chart here. So it's like 171 to 167. So it usually has a lot bigger, but it is one of these close-ended funds. So Keep an eye on that thing if you like that. CREX, and we just try to do a little bit of everything on the show, and we can touch on a little bit of styles for anyone listening. So CREX, look at this thing getting cruising back up here. Look at that. That's going to be a good one right there. You can see that setting up. Keep an eye on that this week. EVAX, this has earnings coming up, and this is getting set up in a really good spot. Let's look at that. EVAX. Come on, there it goes. It was running up yesterday. Did it say that? A little bit right there, but it did run up some yesterday, and it stayed up in that channel. I would say keep an eye on this one, EVAX. That one's looking pretty good right there, I must say. And let's take a look at FIBO right here, FEBO. And that one is just kind of curling up there, not looking bad. I know we've been looking at it, and yeah, look at that little run up yesterday, 114 to 138 at 124, not looking bad there. So that's another one, GURE. This one's setting up really good right here, guys. So I would keep an eye on GURE. Look at that thing trying to get set up and move. I think that one looks really good. I'll take a look at that one. And IMG, let's see what this image is doing right here. I don't know what it's called. It's called CIMG. And let's see. I think we've looked at this recently, and that one looks like it's trying to get set up. IMG, not IMF. Nope, not IG. IMG. There we go. And it did run up a little bit yesterday, and it's trying to get into that. It's trying to get into that channel right there. If I could talk this morning, KTTA. Let's see. That one looks like it's setting up too, guys. So let's see. Oh, that's not it. There you go. And yeah, look at this thing trying to get into that channel. It's got that support line right there curling up. I would say keep an eye on KTTA right there. That's not looking bad at all for a good setup. And RDGT, Ridge Tech, and this guy is trying to curl back up. So a lot of good ones to keep an eye on. Again, you'll get some 100%ers on here, but you also get some solid trades like 101 to 155. It closed at 91, but look at that thing right through both channels right there. So easy. And you could have easily just traded it right between the channels and been fine. Seed, SEED, and this one appears to be curling back up. It looks like it's planting that seed right there. It was running up here, and now it looks like it wants to run back up even higher soon. And that's SEED and SELX. Let's see. That one's trying to push its way up. Let me see what it's doing here. Let's see what it's up to at the moment. SELX, and yeah, it is in that channel, trying to go strong. 133 to 142. It's at 140. So look for that one to try to get through that trend line up here, and it could really bounce up. And SELX, that is SGMA. Let's see, Sigmatron, and let's see what they're doing. Another one in that channel. So a lot of perfect ones in that channel right here that are just setting up. It ran up, pulled back. You know it's going to roll back off. I mean, it's holding the pattern, guys. So we know what it does. Shimmick Corp. We've looked at this a few times before, and let's see. Oh, that one's not looking too bad right here. Good old Shim. Take a look at that. And another one ran up a little bit, pulled back, and now it's going to want to roll up. Just watch if it wants to pull back a little bit more right there. But not bad. SPPL, and I'm just going through the list from Laptop Travel last night, and this one is curling up, and this one's going to be a great setup. You can see it. It looked a little better, but I bet it curls up a little higher. It runs up to this 50 up here and gets set up in the next week right there. SPPL. And let's look at SXTP, 60 Degrees Pharmaceuticals. This is a USA biotech company, and this one is getting curled up. Look at that, SXTP. Yeah, look at that thing. It's holding itself up on that 20, not looking bad. I always think that this is a China one. I went up to say that, and I noticed it was USA. But yeah, that one is trying to set back up right there. SXTP, not looking bad. And let's see what the SYPR is doing. Cypress Solutions, and this one is trying to set up. And we'll see. And again, a couple of them could be a few days away. Some of them are getting set up to try to run. Like, look at this thing trying to bounce up. It might not hit that 50 immediately, but it's trying to work its way up there. So a lot of great setups right here. TCTM, and that's that kids at TCTM, kids at IT education, that training. And we did. Oh, that was probably on the second page. I went through that one page last night, and then there was 2 pages. And that being a T, it would have been on the second page. But this thing's setting up. Remember, we looked at these the sector last night, as a matter of fact, and look at it. It had run up there yesterday. We would have noticed that, and it's not looking bad. So again, we looked at a bunch of them last night, real quick. We only looked at the first page of them, but there was a bunch of them on there. This would have been on the second page, so we didn't get to that one. But, yeah, not looking bad there. And T-Pet, Trio Petroleum, that one's getting set up in a good spot again too, as it rolls around into that 20 right here. It's been there, and it has that trend line coming down. It's already used it right there, but now it's going to use the 20 right here. So watch it curl up, bounce around in here, and get set up for TPET and WETH. We Touch Technologies getting set up. Oh, that one's going to be a really good one soon too. And I know we've watched this one pop up before, but look at it. And another one just running that channel, and it is getting set up really good. And Xwell, let's see what this is doing. That one is just pulled back a little bit right there. It doesn't look terrible. It's just sitting on that 20, it looks like. But yeah, it run up, you could see. And they're all just rolling right off that MACD, running up, rolling off, running up. So that is that pattern right there. And RSLS, I know we were looking at Reshape, and look at that thing busted up over 150% or 140% right there. So that's a nice popper. We were definitely all over that. 42 cents to 115. It's at 89 right now. So thank you, Laptop Travel. Good morning. And yeah, that Newsmax is insane, guys. That thing we were looking at it last night. It ran up a little bit more this morning. Look at it, but I don't know. Let me see. It does have that look. I'd be careful jumping in it today, but it was a monster yesterday. I mean, that thing was a beast of a beast. So that was Newsmax right there. And let's look and see how the SPY, they do look red, and Tesla is somehow just pulling out itself and staying green right there. It's not even, it's up $2, but just trying to hang out. Let's take a look and see what they look like real quick. Yeah, they don't look terrible, guys. I think yesterday's bounce down right there and was into that channel. And I really think that it's going to be a softer tariff than everybody's expecting. So I think it's a big reaction, waiting for the tariffs to come out tomorrow. And again, it's April Fool's Day today, so who knows what's going to happen. But I don't think they look that bad. It has that nice support line right there. Obviously, it can pull back, but they're keeping them in these channels to make sure that we don't trigger recession. So again, think what they're doing based off the charts there, and that's what that looks like. That let me put real Apple in here. AAPL down 244. It was up yesterday. It did look good at the end of the day, and again, just kind of have them pulling back. Maybe I just did that twice. Maybe it'll just have it pull back a little bit more, and it has that little pullback look. But if it jumps right up here to 221, which is nothing for Apple, it can maintain that channel, and that's where they want. It has that support line down here, has some support down here. So I think they would rather keep it in here, but if they have to, now it's jumped up, they can pull them back down. So you can see what's going on. They're just using tariffs to manipulate the market. Amazon was trying to go back up. It's just coming back down, touching that MACD line. I don't think they want to cross them through again. I think it could be a big reaction, and they soften up the tariffs and things go a little wild. So that's what it kind of looks like to me at the moment. I'll be watching it. Google looks like it had bottomed out there and does look like it wants to take a little pop. So let's look at it. Look at that. Google doesn't look too bad. And again, just like I'm saying with the tariffs, that's what it looks like to me. People are factoring that all in. Meta's getting set up right here. Look at this thing looking really good. So Meta is going to be popping relatively soon again. And there you go with META and Microsoft right here. That one was pulling back yesterday. And like I said, I hit that short, and I'm telling you, I hit it right down at the bottom. It was a beauty. It was down like $10, $11 at one point. I got out. It was down like $9 or $10 when I got out of it yesterday. It was perfect. I loved it. I seen that thing down. I said, well, that's the time to close that short position right there. And you could tell it wanted to go down. And again, it might just jump up into this channel. We're keeping an eye on it. It looks like it's trying to curl through coming down. Let's see. See, it is. But again, they might just curl them right back up to keep them, and they're just controlling the market, guys. So you got to think what they want to do on that day early. NVIDIA, look at it, up a little bit, hitting this resistance now. It just was a support line, came down yesterday, obviously, and now it's trying to work its way back up there. We'll keep an eye on that. And Tesla was green up 281, and that's in that channel, and that's getting curled up. So Tesla looks pretty good still. And still should get moving there. Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. So keep an eye on your Tesla because it's looking pretty good. And again, the market don't even look bad considering things are red. NVIDIA and Tesla are green right there. And let's take a look and see what the other ones are doing. AMC, I'm telling you, AMC is getting to be in that spot. I don't know what they have going on, but that thing's going to be rolling off that MACD and cruising real soon. Look at this thing. You can see that thing trying to get set up, AMC. So keep an eye on that. And GameStop is up a little bit more today. It jumped up back onto that support line after it took that nice dip. And it does look pretty good. Look at it trying to curl back up. So again, if they soften up them tariffs, it will be big pop-ups right there. And Chewy is trying to get set up. Not looking bad. And Netflix down a little bit this morning, but again, has really good support right there. Oh, NFLX. No, that's not even it. Is it Holy cow. NFLX. That is it. Yeah, look at it, pulling back a little bit, and that 20's curling down. We'll have to see. It does have great support, so maybe it wants to come down into the lower 9s right there for Netflix. We'll keep an eye on that one. And AVGO, they're down a little bit, but again, sitting on these support lines, they pull back really hard to yesterday, and I think we're going to see them bouncing back up some. Look at that. That looks like it is trying to bounce back up, AVGO. And MU, that same look. They all kind of have that similar look, just like last night. So they are all following the pattern, which you kind of like. Here's MU, and that one looks like it's bouncing off of there, trying to curl up. And again, I don't think they're getting buck wild, but they're curling them back up so that they can run back up and never trigger anything near a recession or anything. And they are manipulating the market. This one looks like it's really getting set up, TSM. And remember, we were saying that the other day, and then it started pulling back there. It had that look up here, and then you got that extra pullback. So that could be a gift right there, TSM. So check that out, Luis Rodriguez and crew right there, because that one's looking pretty nice. And let's take a look and see what SMCI, that was pulling back yesterday, and that looks like it could be trying to bottom out. AMD, same exact look, and again, all of them have that same look. I was running through them earlier and kind of looking. Obviously, they set up to this morning so you get a better look, but I was just kind of looking after last night because I was exhausted. I don't even know what was going on. And so yeah, here's Intel. It's hitting that 50 right there. It could try to jump back up, but it looks like it could have a little bit of pullback in it for Intel. So we may have to look at that one, maybe pull back. And PayPal is another one just sitting right there, flattened out. Once they get back up there, Snow is coming down. That's up, that same look. And Dell, that was coming down and has that same look. So yeah, we have the same exact look. So I'll go through them all today. Here's PLTR. That one's getting set back up right there. And Sophie has that same look where it's trying to get set back up. So Amara and Riot, let's look at them because I think they're trying to get set up as well. And again, I was kind of looking at things, but now we see the prices. Riot right here looking pretty good to try to get cruising again. So RIOT. Yeah, that one looks like it's pretty good. Has a weird candle right there. barely moving this morning. That's what it is. 718. It did jump up a little bit, but not bad for our IoT. And let's look at MicroStrategy, and we'll look at crypto real quick and see what else is going on. Here's our strategy right here. It's up, and again, just hanging out. He's getting set up right here, and I think crypto is trying to get set up, guys. I'm telling you, I think he's going to soften it up, and then you're probably going to see him put the tariffs back on again. But I think we're going to see a soft little tariff here, and that is strategy. And let's look. Bitcoin's back at 84,063. Solana's at 127 right there. Ripple's at 214. And let's see, Cardano's at 80 or 67. I'm sorry. Ethereum's at 1,866, and Ripple is at 214. And let's see what else is up. Chainlink's almost at 14. It's at 13.99. HBAR's back in the 16, so that's looking good. And there you go. And yeah, the Cardano's at 67. So let me just take a quick look and see, because like I said, they are not looking bad this morning. I was looking at them, and I know you guys have looked at the ETF 500, because that thing's been cruising around, and now it's real easy because I can just look at it on the it's at a 6.6 basic, or maybe 6.6 market cap. It was at 7 million this morning when I got up. It had a 7 million market cap right there, so that thing is just cruising right along while other ones are struggling. This is not struggling by no means. Hops on Robinhood. I'm telling you, things going to get locked up sooner than later, and you're going to see this thing crazy. I'm just looking at it right now, and yeah, it's at 6.6 right now, so it moved up big from last night, and that thing just looks amazing. I'm telling you, the chart just looks like it wants to run. So if it's still under a penny, you're still getting them in cheap, and you guys know I was loading up while it was down there, so I was up pretty good this morning again, and it's just getting started. So I'm telling you guys, keep your eye. But look at Bitcoin looking really good right there, and I'm telling you, I think they're going to soften up these tariffs and have things run up a little bit, and then they'll pull it back down. We know what's going on here, guys. It's no surprise. Look at Solana trying to roll back up right there in the 120s. And, yeah, so these things are in good prices and about to get running. I'm surprised. I'm sure we're going to be seeing that 20 times leverage coming up really soon. Look at that thing. Ethereum looking good right there. And let's look at Ripple right here and see what that's up to. And there you go at Ripple trying to crawl back up. It did. It was running up there because I had some good news one day, and it beat that lawsuit or whatever. It ran up a little bit, pulled back, but you're going to get a setup. So there you go at Ripple, not looking bad. And I must say, guys, the stock cube. Oh, let me see. Oh, I have it all wrapped. Never mind. I'm not going to bring it over here. I forgot I was messing with the wiring. I never moved it again. It's all wrapped around the one thing, so it'll probably unplug it if I tried to pull it. But it is completely green this morning, which you don't see very often right now, so that is looking good. Let me see what you guys want to see real quick. Good morning, everyone. Moneymaker 444. How are you? MBRX. Warrants. I don't ever do warrants, but I'll just look at the chart for you. I'm not a warrant person. We do options, though. But again, you can. That's why we look at everything, so that you can see what's going on and attack the market the way you need to. And MBRX, that one is kind of pulling back there, it looks like, to be honest with you. I would have to think. We'll see if it tries to pull itself back up. You can see it tried to a little bit, but it's not definite. I'll keep an eye on that one. Not too bad. Good morning, David. Let's see what else is that. Yeah, one of the craziest chart runners for that NMAX. We were looking at that. Newsmax, just absolutely insane. And TTD, let's see. I think this one's going to get moving, guys. So keep your eye on this guy. TTD right here looking pretty good. Look at it curling up. Let's get that flying. And HIMS, let's see, that was way down, guys. Look, it was up at $72. Remember I was talking about, I couldn't believe it even ran up that high, and it is down there. It is bouncing off that MACDs. Look at it. So let's see what it wants to do right here. Look at that big fish hook, and tried to get through. It wasn't ready, and we'll see. It might be now. At 20's coming down for it, so we'll keep an eye on HIMS. Not looking bad. And SMCI we did look at, and it's not looking too bad. Does look like it might have bottomed yesterday. It is still pulling back there somewhat, but not terrible. And again, I just think they're going to soften up these tariffs and get cruising here. So STSS, that's at Sharps Technology. That's way down. And in the basement, that looks a little bit better this morning. So keep an eye on that. And again, that's 3 cents. It was down there in like what, 2 cents. I know it got under 3, just under 3 yesterday, and now you're at 3 cents. Another good one. And again, these things are great. Like Logic Mark, what's that up to? It's just sitting there, not doing anything. Thing looks great, guys. Keep your eye on this Logic Mark today. This thing's trying to what is it doing? Just opened over a little over 2. It got down to that one into that 0.0181, and now it's at that 0.0199, trying to get back into the 2s. And just where I got it, that's where it pretty much came down to. So that's probably your bottom right there, and you should see a nice pop up on this thing. That hit, this thing should be trying to get cruising at some point. We'll see if it hits that MACD and what it wants to do, but look at it. It's trying to hit it there. We'll know today pretty much, so keep an eye on that one today. APDN, this one should be a decent one. It says it's down 2 cents, and this one, look at that thing. That thing's getting curled up right there. I can see it off of that chart, and yeah, this thing's getting ready to roll. So keep your eye on APDN. Not looking bad for that one. And look at that, Barbara. You just read my mind. I didn't even look at that, and you just popped them two. I just did them back to back, and I didn't even notice that. You just put them up there until right there. So there you go. I just nailed both of them for you, and I wasn't even looking. On the same page right there, Barbara, and both of them. I'm telling you, keep your eyes on both of them guys right there. LGHL, the Lions up, it looks like this morning, and we thought he could get running again. And I'm telling you guys, these things are looking good today. I wouldn't be surprised if that market turns around. Not saying that the line's going to get curled through. It could, but they're curling up. We know that they like to curl up, then hit, and then bounce back down. So that's all you have to watch for. And now it looks like they're going to soften it up. And again, I'm looking at this market and taking the charts and seeing what they need to do at that moment. Even though you see it red, we've seen this a million times, and then it gets changed around. So we will be keeping an eye on it. And this morning there are a bunch of things going on. That Richmond Fed President Thomas Barkin speaks at 9. S&P final U.S. manufacturing for March. PMI at 9:45. Construction spending at 10 a.m. and the ISM manufacturing at 10 a.m. Job openings at 10, and auto sales to be announced. So thank you, Luis Rodriguez. And I know Laptop Travel had posted that up last night as well. And yeah, that RSLS, that's a beauty right there. And we were definitely all over that guy. If I could type it in for you, there you go. But look at that, up over 150%, just cruising right along. So that was a nice one. And again, ETF is way up there this morning as well. And let's see, I think we got everything. Let me look at the scanner, see what's going on real quick. A best case scenario for Trump's Liberation Day is a hard sell. Why is this strategist says there's still one last hurrah for the market before it falters? The stock futures fall as investors await clarity on the upcoming tariffs. And U.S. futures swing in countdown to tariffs, and so it's all about that. In Eurozone, inflation drops and likely boost for rate cut bets. Let's see what's happening over here. And that STSS, a bunch that we looked at, that DMN, let's look at that thing. It took another nice dip yesterday. And again, these are the ones that you want to be looking at. That's not looking too bad down there. So I'll keep an eye on that guy. ICCT had run up. We were all over that. NRSLS, here's your Logic Mark, looking good. Way down there. That's where we love them. And Tesla and MSTU, they're both on there. Let's see what else is going on. This is a little bit flat there. And DGLY, look at this thing. I'm telling you, this could be another another one. We were looking at it. We've been watching it, and it keeps dropping down these levels. We'll see if it wants to curl off. It'll get moving a little bit there. So another one right there that we've been tracking. And Mullen, I stay away from that one. SBET, we were talking about that this morning. And OSHA, let's see what that's doing. Maybe that one wants to get the waves cruising again. And let's see. Yeah, it's trying to bounce back up and set up. It had that big run up. So there you go. OCEA, another one. Keep your eye on today. And BON, I'm telling you, this one, we're just tracking this one down, and it is getting curled up right there. It looks a little bit better, so BON, I'll keep my eye on that today, keep you guys posted, but it doesn't look bad. Look at that curl up right there. So, yeah, we got a few of them. This ran the other day, LXRX, and there's good old Buru. That one's it's trying to get set up right there. We'll keep an eye on it. MLGO just keeps running up. And let's see what's going on over here. So, yeah, I'm telling you, it doesn't look too bad to me. Everything we've already looked at. That gate, remember this thing? We were looking at this thing. This thing went nutty a couple times. And GATE. And there's your logic mark. It's on both sides. And so keep an eye on that bad boy. There's your little idea that it could move. Let's see. What is Cluedo? I was going to say there's your clue. And what's Cluedo? And this one was looking pretty good yesterday, too. So that's when we ended up going through a bunch of them. And there you go with them guys right there. What else do we have? I think we got everything, I would say. And let me see. Like I said, it's a little bit red right there. Tesla's green. And everything else is down. And the SPY is down $3. But again, we seen it way down yesterday. And guess what? It finished up. So I think we might have that kind of scenario again, because I don't think it wants to come through this MACD. Look at it. It's just holding there, and they're going to pull it back up. And again, we're going to keep it. We're going to watch these charts. We knew it's on the support line, but what do they need to do to keep this thing going? So I think if you look at it like that, we may be a little even more accurate and really see what's going on. So that's how we're going to go with it and check it out. But yeah, I think that's what we're looking at right here. I think we might have some softened up tariffs, and this is the bottom of them right here, and they're going to start moving. So that's what it looks like to me at the moment. You know, I will keep you posted as the day goes on, and look out for an interview around 10 a.m. today. I will post it up there. Just making sure that's all good to go, but it definitely should be. So it'll be a really good one, guys. You'll definitely want to listen to this gentleman. This guy has been doing this a long time and way into it. ALLR, I didn't even see that on there. That is up also and not looking bad. And another one we've been kind of watching right here, pull back a little bit, but look at that. That's trying to get set up. We'll see it trying to roll off right there. I think so. So a lot of these penny ones aren't looking bad either. And let's see. I think I got everything right there. Let me see over here. I think we got everything over there. Let me take a look at StockTwit, see what's trending over there, because they always have some good ones for us. And yeah, our ETF is at 6.7, so it's just cruising, guys. I'm telling you, it's looking really good. And I believe the ETF is probably trending. Newsmax is GRRR down a little bit, but that ran up. It had earnings yesterday, GRRR, and this thing I think is going to be coming back down. I don't think it's going to cross through. I was impressed it ran up that much yesterday. And, yeah, I think you might see this bad boy pull back right here. So keep an eye on that. Maybe a good one to kind of short down, possibly. CSAI. Let's see what that's up to. Cloud A Structure. What? Cloud A Structure. Yeah, I read it right. And that one's looking pretty good. I think it's down a little bit. Let me see. CSAI. Yeah, I mean, it's 663, and now it's in the fives, so it did come down $1. I'll have to look at that thing, see what's going on with Cloud A Structure right there. It sounds like Build-A-Bear, like you're going to the mall and doing something. ETF is on there at that 6766 right there, and that's a coin. MLGO we already looked at. That's up. XBI, I don't know what that is. That's the SBDR biotech ETF, so that tracks them, and that one was way down. Look at these things. And again, it looks like it wants to bounce back up a little bit, and then you'll see them get pulled back again. So nothing crazy. And the euro to the let's see what's up with that one. That one looks all red. I don't. Where is it? Oh, I just hit 4x. That's what I wanted to hit. The euro to the U.S. dollar, was it? That looked way down. There you go. That thing looks like it's taking a beating. Look at this thing. So yeah, that thing looks like it might be pulling back right there. So we'll have to take a look at that. And I've been trying to check out some Forex, get a little used to it there. So there you go. I would say that's a good pre-market review for this morning. A little red, but I think we might get changed around right there. And interest rates are killing businesses, so many are filing for bankruptcy. So much collateral damage. I agree. And that CTOR, we did check that out, Barbara. Let's see what it's doing again. Oh, it was way down there this morning. I forgot what we even said it was doing. I know it bounced up yesterday. This is at Citius Oncology. Yeah, I had that huge run up yesterday, 84 to 180, and now it's back to 74. It's still in that channel, but that was a big old pullback, and we'll see if it can hold itself in the channel. It could pull out the way it looks like it's coming down. So I'd have to look at that one some more today as it's trying to move, but definitely a big old pullback. And it did have a good run yesterday, I must say. And there you go. I think that's a pretty good market review, pre-market review. April Fool's Day, ETF 500 running. Crypto's looking good, and the market doesn't even look bad. I wouldn't be surprised if it's back up today and things try to get moving. So there you go, everybody. I would say that's what we have for this morning. Let me know if you're looking at anything. I'll keep you guys posted. And again, look for a interview around 10 a.m. Make sure that's all good to go before I mention it, and I'll post it out. I just wanted to make sure he's all good this morning. Our schedules have been a little bit crazy, so just making sure, but I think we're all good to go. Yeah, I think we're going to be good. And so, yeah, I'll set it up, and it's going to be with a gentleman named Jay Woods. I'll send out his info. He's awesome, guys. This dude knows the market like nobody else. I was on the big small cap show with him, and it sounded like me talking. He's from my area, and he's a technical analyst guy, but he's been working on Wall Street floor for like 20 years, and I mean, this guy has done it all. And when I say all, he's done it all on Wall Street. And yeah, he's like the stock exchange executive floor governor. So he's in there making decisions. And I have a ton of questions because I'm fascinated by that stuff. I've always wanted to learn about it. So yeah, I think we'll have a great conversation. And like I said, we've been talking, and it's always great conversations between us, and we're on the same page. We see the same stuff. He says the same thing. Like, I don't even care what the name of the company is. Just show me what the chart is. And so it should be a great conversation, like I said. And again, just really learning about the market inside and out, because I have a lot of great questions, I think. But I think we'll just have a great conversation because we generally do, and we just talk market stuff. So I think it'll be really fascinating. So go ahead and listen. And if you have any questions, be sure to ask away, post them up in the comments or whatever. I'll be up on the spaces, so I'll set that up. But yeah, he's awesome. He's a great dude, and super knowledgeable. So we've been talking to each other, trying to get this set up. And again, our schedules have just been a little crazy, but that's all good. And it looks like we can do it to this morning at 10 a.m. So I will make sure I get that set up and let you guys know. But yeah, that's one you definitely want to check out, because this guy is going to tell you exactly how Wall Street operates, because I have a lot of questions to ask about it. So there you go, everybody. So yeah, look for that around 10 a.m. And then other than that, it's a little red, but I expect it to try to turn green. We'll see what happens. We'll see what is the SPY down $3.60 still. So it is curling down. Maybe it's just a red day. It's an April Fool's Day. We'll see what's going on. I'll keep you guys posted. And until then, trade smart, lock in those profits. Goodbye. Good luck. See you later. And have a great day, everybody.